You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Pace versus Fobbs and Randolph.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Pace, you say you will be crushed today if DNA results reveal you are not the biological father of your son, Prince.
Yes, Your Honor.
You maintain that the defendant betrayed you by cheating with Prince's second possible father, your best friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Fobbs, you say you were caught between the man you're in love with and his best friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
You admit you made a horrible mistake when you slept with both men, but you say you're still hoping with all your heart that Mr. Pace is your son's biological father. Mr. Randolph,
yes.
You're Mr. Pace's best friend.
Yes.
And the second potential father of Prince.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Pace?
Yes.
So what's at stake for you and your family today?
Well, what's at stake would be, I would say, three relationships. The relationship that I have with Ms. Fobbs, as well as the relationship that I have with Mr. Randolph, also the relationship that I have with Prince. So there is a lot on the line for me. That's my little man. We watch TV together, I'm feeding him cereal in the morning. He's like my real little buddy, and he looks up to me, and I don't want to let him down, basically.
So take me back. How did the two of you meet?
Well, we met while I was actually driving. It was a hot day. She had on short shorts. I'm a leg man.
Okay.
So I pulled over, actually, and we had a conversation. I ended up getting her phone number. We went out on a few dates. We kind of bonded real quick. She ended up moving in with me and Mr. Randolph. Shortly after her moving in, she became pregnant. Once we found that out, being that she wanted her own space, we ended up moving into another spot together. And that's where I've been ever since, as far as in the relationship with her.
All right. So you were in a real relationship with Mr. Pace?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did this love triangle, this cheating, begin, and how?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a love triangle because the situation with me and Randolph only happened once. Upon me being in the house with Byron, the thing is, he works at night, so he's never really home with me, and I kind of took that as a feeling of neglect. The situation with me and Randolph was a mistake, a big mistake, the worst mistake I think I ever made, because I've never intentionally set out to hurt Byron in any way. I just want this to be okay. I want everything to stay the way it is. I don't want us to separate the situation or anything.
So when you say you took this as neglect, was there anything else going on in the relationship other than he's just going to work?
Basically, what we were arguing about was past. It was just me feeling neglected at home.
I do work a lot. I promote clubs and parties, so I am out and I am around a lot of, I would say, women. And she kind of, I guess, takes that as me being unfaithful.
So were there trust issues?
At times, but not at the time that the situation occurred, no.
So, Mr. Pace, how did you find out that she slept with your best friend?
Well, that's interesting. We were actually in a heated argument at the time that it occurred, but it kind of just got blurted out to me that Mr. Randolph could be a potential father for Prince.
Wait a minute. So you're in a heated argument as a couple, and just out of the blue she yells, and by the way, your best friend could be Prince's father?
Correct. Prince was 2.5 at the time. So it was very emotional for me, being that it's my best friend and this is my woman.
Understandably.
So when I found out initially, like I said, I was hurt. I felt betrayed by actually both parties at that point. But I wanted to assess the situation, not being upset, because I initially called Mr. Randolph to find out what was going on. I wanted to meet with him face to face to find out what's going on. But I did take a few hour break as far as before we met, because I didn't want to do anything out of anger. Upon meeting with him, we kind of all agreed, me and him agreed, that we definitely needed to find out what was going on as far as the DNA of.
So when you met with Mr. Randolph, you asked him point blank, have you slept with Ms. Fobbs?
Yes, I did.
And he said yes.
Strangely enough, he did say yes.
So Mr. Randolph, I just have to ask, how could you sleep with your best friend's girl?
Well, to answer that, Your Honor, I wasn't in the right state of mind. We both was intoxicated. You know, he was out promoting clubs, and she used to come home from the club intoxicated and, you know, looking for him. He's not there. Me and her talk, and, you know, one night the talk led to something else.
And so was this sex unprotected?
Honestly, Your Honor, I was intoxicated, and I really don't recall.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Was it only one time?
Honestly, that I can recall, yes.
Well,
That's it, just one time.
One time is one time too many for me. I'm very confused at this point. It's really hard for me to be standing here and in front of you, and I'm kind of nervous as far as what I'm about to hear. I don't know, really want to move forward with a positive outlook.
I understand. So, Mr. Randolph, you submitted to the court a childhood photo of yourself
Yes.
and Prince.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you think you look pretty much exactly alike?
Little characteristics, forehead maybe, mouth, but
When you look at this picture, Ms. Fobbs, do you see any resemblance?
No, I don't.
None.
None.
Do you see a resemblance to Mr. Pace?
Yeah, he looks like Byron more than he looks like Randolph.
I see my nose a little, as well as maybe my upper lip a tad bit. The nose kind of flares out like mine. We have the same lines towards the upper lips. So I'm hoping that's me.
Both men now know, and the secret is basically out. Was it a secret you were holding, and during the argument you just had to let it out?
Yeah, at the moment, Your Honor, I was contemplating on how I was going to get the information out, because I do want my son to know who his father is. I don't want to hold that secret, and it was something that was weighing heavy on me. So maybe it wasn't the right approach for me to give it to him at that way, but I just feel like now we're at the point of no return, so I have to do what I have to do.
So you say it was weighing heavy on you.
Yes.
And Prince is how old?
He's 4.
4 years.
Yeah, I didn't tell him when he was 4. I told him when he was 2.
2.5, like 2.5.
So when you look at this picture of Prince, your beautiful little boy, what do you want for him?
I just want him to have a dad. That's my main thing. I want him to grow up better than I did. I didn't have a dad in my life, so I'm not justifying that, using that as an excuse, because I did do wrong, and I just feel like he doesn't deserve it.
Is Mr. Pace the only person that stepped up and really been a father to him, or has Mr. Randolph helped as well?
No, Sam is not in Prince's life. As far as it goes, Prince knows Randolph as
like an uncle.
An uncle, and he knows Byron as his dad, and that's the way I want it to stay. I don't want him to grow up confused and later on down the line ask me questions as of why didn't I disclose this to him, and him to feel hurt and him to be feeling like he's neglected and he grew up never knowing. So that's why I am here.
And so you, Mr. Pace and Mr. Randolph, you all have tried to reconcile and keep your friendship.
Correct.
Despite this?
Yeah, correct, Your Honor. I've been knowing Mr. Randolph over 10 to 12, 15 years almost. So I don't want to say bros before, but I do want to say that I understand that men kind of have a bond that women don't have. So our relationship is under wraps, but it's a stressful situation because I look at him and I see different situations. This kind of would leave the resentment that I have for him on the table. Technically, we're all grown, so it really just leads down to the kid.
And that's absolutely true, and that leads to my next question. How are things between you and Ms. Fobbs? Are you trying to work that out with her as well?
Well, it's been difficult. I love her, but it's just been difficult when you're caught between two people that you care about.
Why do you feel caught between them? Because it's over. There's no relationship, they say.
Well, but you still have doubts. Like I say, I see this man on a daily basis as well as I see her on a daily basis. So when you have a small thought in the back of your head that this may have occurred and you don't have the initial proof to find out that it's not true, then you still kind of look at people with a little edge on your shoulder, I would say.
So you're saying, even though they said it only happened one time, every time you see him and then you see her, it's always still in the back of your mind, is it really one time or is it still happening?
Correct. I kind of don't leave them alone, you know, things that...
That's understandable and a good idea.
And so things like that to where it kind of makes me out of the character of the person that I am. I have to
Because you want to be trusting.
I want to be
You
trusting.
don't want to have to worry about that with the people you love.
Yes, because, you know, I stress enough in the streets with work and business and things of that nature. So when I get home, I don't really want that to be my most stressful place, I should say.
Yes. So, Ms. Fobbs, do you want to work on the relationship with Mr. Pace?
Yes, I love him. I love him very much, and I'm never going to take from him that he's an excellent father. I couldn't ask for a better person to be a father for my son. I just want him to be able to understand that I did make a mistake, and I am woman enough to admit that I made that mistake, and I want us to go forward from this situation regardless of the results, regardless of, even though in my heart I hope that it does show that he's the father, I just want us to still be able to be a family as we are.
Do you fear that if it's determined that Mr. Randolph is Prince's biological father, this relationship won't survive?
No.
Yeah, I do.
I don't. I mean,
I feel that way.
For me, it would kind of hurt me a lot.
So there's a lot riding on this result.
Yeah, it is.
There is a whole lot riding on these results.
Jerome, I think it's time for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Pace versus Fobbs Randolph, when it comes to 4-year-old Prince Fobbs, and whether Mr. Pace or Mr. Randolph is his biological father, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Pace, you are not his father.
My bad, bro.
Oh, man.
So sorry.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
I'm so sorry.
It's not right.
Do you need to sit down, Mr. Pace? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Continuing on with the next result. It has also been determined by this court, Mr. Randolph, you. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. continuing on with the next result. It has also been determined by this court, Mr. Randolph, you are not
I apologize.
Miss Fobbs.
I don't know what to say.
Do you know who Prince's father is?
No.
That's me. I'm Prince's father. There's somebody that may be his dad, but I'm his father.
Mr. Pace, I commend you, given the news you've gotten today, for still standing up for that beautiful little boy. And it shows what kind of man you are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Randolph, you made a mistake as it relates to your best friend's girl, a huge mistake.
Big mistake. I would never
And
do
I'm
it again.
hoping you've learned that life lesson.
I learned, Your Honor.
And
I
it
have.
seems as if you two do have a friendship and a bond that can overcome even that level of betrayal.
Right.
And it's nice to see two men be able to talk through something and maintain a friendship that means so much to you both.
Yes,
I wish you all the very best of luck.
thank you, Your Honor.
Most importantly, I wish Prince a very, very happy life, and I'm counting on you all to provide it for him.
I will.
Court is adjourned. Jerome, may I please see Ms. Fobbs? Look at me. No sense of looking down now. Truth is out. It is what it is, what it is. You and I both know, you knew in the back of your mind the result could go this way. And you don't have to tell me, but you do have to figure it out for your son. I know you can do it. All right. Take care of yourself, honey.